This is a Headgum podcast.
Life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. Life's what you make it, so come on, everybody now. Yeah. That's Life's What You Make It by Hannah Montana. The year is 2009, and you know, we have been in 2009 pretty recently, and me and Tevi are always like, okay, how are we going to get in the mood for 2009? What are we going to talk about in 2009? And we thought, why not talk about what Miley Cyrus was doing in 2009? Well, 2008 to 2009 was a really big year for Miley, and since my guest today technically was a senior in high school from 2008 to 2009, I am just going to say, you know, a few facts of what Miley was up to. So I am going off of a list called Miley Cyrus's most talked about moments ever. The bangers era was ... interesting. This was written in 2019 on a website called redbookmag.com. I don't know this site, but here we are. This is not a plug for the site. Again, I just Googled this.
Right.
So, the first thing. In 2008, Miley's computer was hacked and inappropriate photos were leaked. She was only 15 years old at the time, and this is when she, quote, started to shift away from her good girl Disney image. Around the same time, a hacker got into her email and MySpace and found and released photos of her posing, quote unquote, inappropriately with her then boyfriend, Thomas Sturgis. Okay? Controversy.
Wow.
Like, true breach of privacy.
This is terrifying.
Next, we have her topless Vanity Fair cover.
Mm-hmm.
Huge.
Yes.
That shook the world. Like, truly.
Yeah.
It was like the man on the moon.
For me, it was.
It felt that way. Like, everyone was so taken aback by that.
This was the man on the moon for millennial girls.
It was. Like, I remember being in college and, like, seeing this at, like, the grocery store when I was buying, like, Diet Orange Crush or something.
Yeah, no, the culture shifted.
It was crazy. It really moved. Talk about moving the needle. Everyone in this fucking town, what's going to move the needle? This is going to, you know what needs to move the needle? Miley Cyrus.
In 2009.
Exactly. Miley moved the needle. Obviously, Annie Leibovitz lensed the iconic shoot. And they cite this writer on redbookmag.com.
I love this website.
I'm obsessed with this website.
I'm actually a reader.
Claims that this remains the turning point in Cyrus's career. Next, I didn't know that she ever did this, but according to, again, redbookmag.com, Cyrus was caught cyberbullying Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato.
Not cool.
I know that all three of these people have hardcore fans, so I don't want them to think I'm coming for any of them and bringing this up.
Mm-mm.
But, you know, just saying. And the last thing that I'm going to say is this. In 2009, quote, Cyrus further stepped away from her Disney universe with a racy performance at the Teen Choice Awards. Cyrus started pole dancing while performing her song, Party in the USA.
Yes.
And her younger fans and their parents were not happy about the suggestive moves, end quote. Okay, the younger fans loved it.
Yeah, and also, like, if you didn't, like, you were a big loser.
Yeah, massive loser.
Yeah.
So now the question is, where were we when Miley was grinding on the pole at a party in the USA? We were in Mountain Lakes, New Jersey.
Yes.
And who are we? Who is our iconic guest today? Jill Gutowitz.
Hi. Thank you for having me. I'm already so triggered.
You know, I'm moved, elated that you were so brave to come forward and say that Hannah Montana was your girl.
Thank you. I think it is brave because I think that people have a really like romantic view of the person they were in high school, and I don't. I was not a cool person.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lie about what I was like super into in 2009 or in high school in general.
Well, what was your high school like?
It was like, okay, so like suburbia, really small town. The entire town was like 2 square miles.
Whoa.
The school was like 500 people total,
Okay.
if even. And it was like set in a wealthy town, but the school itself was a dump, like absolutely no money going into the school.
Kind of classic.
Yeah.
Some might say.
Yeah. Not a lot going on outside of like sports, not a lot of room for the arts.
You didn't have like an arts program at your school? Or,
We
like theater?
did, but there was a very, very small drama program. I was like personally into art, like art,
Yeah.
you know.
Like me.
Yeah.
I
Right.
was art girl.
And not a lot of funding there. I don't think I learned that much in general. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, were you a good student?
I was like a decent student. I think that I like did what I needed to do to get by. Like I
Right.
was in honors classes, but I cheated a lot.
I love that.
I like it was like a game for me. I was like,
How did you cheat? What was your style? Like, would you sit next to someone that you knew was really smart, or would you like literally
No.
like cop the answers from the book and like bring it into class?
Yeah, no. There was like one time that I remember. This sounds like a lie because it's so crazy, but I have like such a distinct memory of doing it that I like wrote bullet points on the bottom of my foot and wore flip-flops into class and like sat like this and read off the bottom of my foot.
Oh,
Like it was like
God.
I'm not kidding, like it was like a game for me. Like that's how my measure of like being smart was like, how do I just bring in the answers?
I kind of feel kindred to that.
Yeah, cool.
I did not study. I always
No.
cheated, but I was not as smart as you, where I was like, oh, I'll just sit next to the kid who I think is smart. But then, especially like in math, your teacher immediately realizes you're cheating because you're just like writing down the same exact steps as the person next to you. And what I used to do is like when they would write like their answer, I would just write the answer and like not show my work.
Yeah.
And my teacher would be like, you have to, like, I need to see how you got
This
here.
just appeared, yeah.
And I'd be like, what? It's like negative 247.
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
I did it in my head.
Yeah. They're like, but how is this just like a paper with just answers?
I love
no
that.
work.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, I love cheating.
How did it not smudge on your foot?
I did it in the bathroom right before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought about that.
Yeah, see, in my mind, I'm like, whoa, you
Yeah.
woke up early, put it
No,
on your
no, no.
foot, it would have smudged everywhere.
No, it was like the period before, like in between classes, I like went into the bathroom and I wrote stuff on my foot.
What kind of pen did you use?
Just ballpoint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And the teacher didn't catch you. Did
No.
you ever get caught?
No, what's funny is I did have like a true scandal in college where I was accused of plagiarism and had to like sit in front of the college board and like beg for my life. But
Well, I was
actually
going to
didn't-
ask if you ever plagiarized in high school.
No, I don't think I plagiarized. It was more like there was another, probably the ballsiest thing I ever did was I had I missed the test that day and a couple days later took my friend's test that she already had gotten graded back, and like we had to take, if we had to retake a test, we would take it like in the library on an off period, which is like weird.
No, I think they would do that in
Yeah.
my school too.
But so it was like pretty private. And so
Yeah.
I just like fully brought her test in and I like copied all the answers right there and like nobody paid attention.
But honestly, that's on the school.
yeah, no, that's their problem.
Yeah, that's not
I
your
agree,
problem.
yeah.
Like, don't put me in a place, like, don't put me
Yeah.
in a candy store unsupervised and expect me not to eat it.
Totally. Yeah. I think I still maintain I'm being smart in doing that.
100%.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with the fear that, like, plagiarism was the same as murder?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like, in fact, the school might prefer you to kill someone
Yeah.
over plagiarize.
No, I mean, when I was in college, it was like the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
Where'd you go to college?
Ramapo College. It was a small school in New Jersey.
Ramapo.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Sexy.
It wasn't.
No. What did they think you plagiarized? I know that we're supposed to be talking about high school, but I got to know this juicy store.
I had like, an MLA citation. You would like put in parentheses next to like a quote.
Do they still require those things?
I have no idea. I hope not. It's torture.
I'm putting a pin in that we need to circle back about bibliographies.
Okay. Thank you. I basically just like put the wrong citation in there. Like I mixed up a couple that I like had in my bibliography or whatever. And this man like didn't even ask me about it and just like sent me to the plagiarism board or whatever. I don't know. And I was like, I just, oh my God, sobbing. It was so scary. I thought I was going to get like expelled. And I was like, this is so crazy because I cheat all the time. And I actually didn't this time. Right. Like, not this. Please, not this.
Do you want to know something crazy? I've spoken about it before on this podcast, I believe, or on past podcasts of mine. Mm-hmm. But when I was a freshman in college, I did my freshman year at University of Arizona. And I took I took a class on I think it was like some sort of history and like race theory class. Mm-hmm. And my sister went to Penn. Mm-hmm. And I know that my sister took a lot of like race theory courses in her psychology major. Mm-hmm. So I asked Emily if she had like a paper on anything to do with literally anything at all that I needed to write this paper on. And she just like sent me a bunch of papers that she wrote. And I literally just like picked one, fully just changed the name on it and handed it in. Yeah. But all of the citations on the paper were from the Penn Library. And my dumb ass, I was just like, whatever. Like, I'll just say that, like, I, like, used the Penn Library. Yeah. Fully got an A-.
That's amazing.
And my sister was like, you got an A-? She was like, I got a C+ on that paper.
That's on the school.
That's on the school. Yeah. I mean, I also think that the teacher was probably like, because if I were a teacher, I would almost be like, you know what? Good for you for going out into the world and sourcing this completely random essay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying is like it's just another skill. It's like it's not the skill that you're asking me to do for this paper, but I am like being really resourceful.
And that's important.
Yeah.
Now, let's circle back to high school.
Yeah. Right.
And let's briefly touch upon bibliographies.
No. Please.
I was talking about this a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Do they exist anymore?
I have no idea.
We need to ask Daisy if
Who's
they
Daisy?
Exist. She's our high school friend.
Oh, cool.
Randy Sklar's brother.
You guys have friends in high school?
I mean, brother. Randy Sklar's brother. Randy Sklar's daughter. Yeah, she's our best friend. And
that's like cool and normal.
Yeah, it's very normal and healthy for, women in their early 30s. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We're not in mid yet to be hanging out with teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's normal.
It is.
And encouraged.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it's weird if you're a grown woman and you don't have a teenage friend.
I agree.
So I am wondering,
yeah,
do you think bibliographies still exist?
I think they must.
But like in what degree? Because remember when we had to do all that bullshit with like going into the library and like getting the fucking thing and then like looking up in the book and like making sure that you got like the
and
dates,
now there's the
like,
internet.
The copyright. It's like
I don't know. There must be something similar.
The kids, I'm sure, like, our parents were like, oh, my God, you'll never understand. We had to write all of our essays by hand or, like, use a fucking typewriter or some shit. Like, you guys have it so lucky with the computer. Yeah. I remember my mom and dad being like, spell check. Like, I remember my dad being like, you should not use spell check.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because my dad was like, you're fucking dumb and you can't spell. And he was right. So
sorry.
Sorry, I'm using spell check. But I remember my dad being like, spell check is terrible for you.
That's funny.
And now I'm like,
what do people know? Nothing. Yeah.
How
But
can
I also I will say I have so little interest in knowing what bibliographies are doing right now. Like I'm like I left that behind and I
Same.
can't participate anymore.
But I left it behind I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But when I think about how much time that was a whole other chunk. Because then you were like done with the paper and then you had to be like, oh, not the bibliography. Not
I really just like let out a real exhale. Like I was like
it's like
I actually like can't think about it too much or
it's crazy.
how much of my life gone to bibliography.
I think that okay, we were cheating.
Yeah.
Were we playing sports?
A little bit. I played tennis.
Were you good?
No. But I was
At least you're honest.
I was the lowest ranked on the team all
That's
4
good.
years. Yeah. But I had like a lot of team spirit and I was the only senior by the time it was senior year that like had some chutzpah. And so I was a captain even though I was the worst on the team.
Oh, but that's so nice.
Yeah.
What did you wear? Did you get to wear like a cute little tennis skirt?
I did, yeah.
That's
yeah.
fun.
I miss it. I miss like being tennis skirt girl, and I still have some from high school, which is insane because they don't fit and I don't know why I have them. But I feel like there's a part of me that hopes that like I can't like wear dresses anymore. It's like not within my like gender spectrum. Like I just can't do it. But I want to wear a tennis skirt.
To me, tennis skirts and dresses are not the same.
I would agree.
I think that like there's something very sporty and like sexy about a tennis skirt. Yeah. And I think that there's something less contrived about the inherent femininity of a dress that doesn't exist in a tennis skirt.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
Like
I'm with you all the way.
I think tennis skirts can be very like, I'm an athlete.
Like, oh yeah,
I'm like athlete.
Yeah,
person.
And not even like I'm a girly athlete.
No,
it's
that's
like,
what I mean.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think dresses inherently are like,
yeah,
girl.
Yeah,
you know.
Like I think that like Serena Williams like in a tennis skirt outfit, like whatever, like that's power.
Yeah,
you know,
some might call it's her armor.
Yeah. Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
think about that.
Yeah. Were you in a relationship in high school?
Yeah.
You were?
One.
With who?
A boy named.
Was he great?
No. I just regretted saying his real name.
No, we'll bleep it. We'll bleep it. The whole theme of this podcast is like, were you good? No. Were you popular? No.
Yeah.
So you dated this person that we're going to call John. How long did you date John for?
I think it was only like 6 months, which is like
what year?
My senior year, and he was a junior.
And how did this romance start?
I don't remember. I've repressed so much. I'm like, I literally, because my school was so small, I really feel like we probably met at someone's house at a party. Yeah. And we're like, oh, you're single and like available and like, sure.
Was he your first kiss?
No, my first kiss was in 8th grade with some guy. We were playing Spin the Bottle.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Was it a good first kiss?
No.
It was just, was it tonguey or was it just
It was tonguey and it was like neither of us knew how, Yeah. So it was literally like just tonguey.
Yeah. That was like my first kiss too.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
It's very like
Yeah. Just like I think we like both knew that we wanted to do tongue. So we just kind of opened our mouths and like went for it.
Do you feel that you had good makeouts in high school?
No.
Yeah.
I want to start saying yes to something.
No. Well, this goes, I have a very strict policy on this show. All high school sex is bad. You're not having good sex in high school. I'm sorry. If you think you're having good sex in high school, you're not. Like
I didn't do it.
You didn't have sex in high school.
Yeah.
Did you?
It's a big regret of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think I like, even though I like wasn't religious or anything, I like held it to this standard that was, I think, probably just me not knowing my sexuality yet.
Yeah.
And I just, in hindsight, wish that I was like fucking and like experimenting.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
I also think that like when you're a teenager, you're so like the craziest thing is being the deadly combination of being so confident and so insecure at the same time.
Yeah.
And like I do think that having sex as someone that started having sex so young, I'm kind of just like, I don't know. Part of me kind of just like wishes that I wasn't so obsessed with fucking sex when I was young.
Yes.
Like I was so obsessed with it.
I was obsessed with it too, but I wasn't doing it.
Yeah, but that's like healthier. You know, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't regret the sex I was having in high school, but I do think that there is something. I think for both people, if you're someone that was like having a lot of sex in high school or if you weren't, it's the grass is always greener syndrome.
Totally.
Because then I think about like some of these guys that I was having sex with and I was like, ew.
Yeah.
I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
Like you had like pizza sauce all over your shirt.
Horrifying.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like gross. You
Yeah,
smell
no,
bad.
I don't regret doing that.
No.
Not doing that.
That penis inside of you? No.
No.
People coming in like 12 seconds. Not that gets
Holy
any better.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah, wow.
But
Yeah.
Anyway.
I did have like sexual experiences. They just were not like sex.
Like, you know, fingering and stuff.
Yeah, like stuff in a hot tub. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
still had like gross high school experiences. But...
Elaborate?
Mm.
No. Hot tubs are slutty.
Yeah, they are.
I don't like hot tubs.
No.
I like them
Infections.
for medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
Like if my back is sore and I know that I'm getting into a clean hot tub. But like fucking in a hot tub? No.
Yeah. No.
Fucking in water.
Infection.
Immediate UTI. Immediate yeast infection.
Yes.
Immediate BV.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I feel like I get BV from sitting in the tub.
Yeah. We can't sit. As women, like can't, or at anyone with a vagina, don't sit in a tub. Don't sit in like still
Don't sit in
water.
stagnant water. Bacterial vaginitis.
Yeah.
Is what BV is, Tevi.
Thanks.
Yes, you're welcome. And you can cure that with boric acid suppositories. Anyway, so back to high school.
Yeah.
Were you an only child?
No, I have a younger sister.
Were you guys in school at the same time?
No, we just missed each other.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite teacher?
Kind of, yeah. The English teacher, classic.
Classic.
Yeah. His name was Leo, Mr. Leo.
He sounds hot.
I think there was something about him, but he was old.
Did you have a teacher-student scandal at your high school?
I don't think so. Oh, actually, yes, I think so. I think there was, but it was like a few years later.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't like in the high school.
Right,
It
it
was
wasn't happening in your time.
Yeah.
But it was happening later in time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you have a best friend?
Yeah. Totally. We're still friends.
I love that.
Yeah.
Did you have, like, what was your clique like?
I feel like, okay, so the thing is, like, I do think I was kind of part of, like, the cool girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
It's only taken us 25 minutes.
Yeah, but I was so, like, deeply uncool because of, like I said, my interests in exclusively Hannah Montana.
Well, you were interested in Hannah Montana, and
Yeah.
you were interested in art.
Yeah.
Which to me sounds pretty cool.
I mean, does it?
What was your style like?
Bad, like
Like, what
North
would you wear?
Face Uggs.
I mean, I literally was wearing a North Face and Uggs this morning. So
Okay, sorry, but
that's I mean, you're talking black North Face fleece.
yeah,
I'm
still have
talking
it, yeah.
I'm talking bright. I'm talking cone orange North Face puffer. Is what I was wearing.
Okay,
this
that's
morning.
cool though. Yeah,
The North Face fleece.
yeah,
That was monoculture
yeah. It was.
for teen girls and boys, for everyone, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, in the Northeast.
Yes.
Yeah,
It still is.
Yeah.
I still think.
yeah,
But like, I remember girls, I thought the hottest girls, because I never wore it, were the ones in like hardtails or like black leggings.
I did that,
with the like chestnut tall Ugg.
That's what I did.
And the fleece zip.
Yeah.
That was cute.
That was me.
I loved it.
Yeah.
What was
Thank
the
you.
hairstyle?
Straightened. Yeah. Just a hair straightener.
I would have like thought you were really cute.
I think I was like decent. Like I think I was cute, but just not like the person I wanted to be.
Well, are any of us the people we want to be in high school?
No.
So, I mean, and if you are the person that you wanted to be in high school, I guess
What are you doing now?
I guess God bless you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't believe in God, so
Sorry.
so sorry. Well, were you drinking and doing drugs?
A lot of drinking.
Like
It was
what
really
would you
small
drink?
town. Beer, like really whatever like anyone's older sibling could get us.
Like Natty, Paps.
Yeah, and also like Smirnoff watermelon was like
Love
that's like
that.
a memory I have. Yeah.
Okay, so you did just have to pause our podcast to go and pee.
I thought we wouldn't talk about that, but yes, I did.
And
yeah.
that as you said when you
Yeah,
came
yeah.
back into the room was very high school of you.
It was. I think about this a lot that like I as a person who is constantly peeing.
Do you have like a small bladder?
I think so, yeah.
Do you-
Undiagnosed.
Yeah.
but
You know, it happens.
I be peeing.
You're a pee head.
I think about this a lot that like for years of my life, the entire first, 18 years of my life or more even in college, I had to ask people if I could go to the bathroom.
Oh, we all did.
And that was normal to me.
Also, it's so kind of embarrassing to like be in class and to be like,
Yeah. Hey, everyone here
Yeah.
in this room, all 30-ish or whatever.
I do remember like I think when there would always be like someone like in middle school or something that was like, I need to take a shit.
Oh
you know?
my
And
God.
it's like,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Also, like, I feel like as a girl, if you were like, I have to go to the bathroom, there was like this, like, does she have her period?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
You know what I mean? I don't know
100%.
why. We were like really thinking about those things. Is the thing is that like if somebody now in my 30s is like, I'm going to the bathroom, I'm not like, oh my God, did they have their period?
No, but also like
Are they gonna poop?
I mean, sometimes I do think like when people are gone for a long time, like they're taking a poo.
Yeah. But it's not something you think about the rest of the day. In high school, it would be
No.
like, I remember this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it'll be like, remember
That
like
time that guy
Jill got
pooped.
up
Yeah.
in class and like definitely took
And
a
fucking
shit.
pooped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was either bleeding out of her vagina
my
or
God.
like, or no, not vagina. So bleeding out of her pussy.
Yeah. Thank
or
you for
needed to
using
shit.
the right term.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's not called vagina.
No.
Yuck.
Not in high school.
Not in high school. It is weird though, the concept of someone telling you no.
Yeah. You could just be rejected. You can be like, I have to go to the bathroom. And they're just like, no.
Well, I remember like teachers being like, class is going to be done in 4 minutes. Like, can you wait?
Yeah. That's fine. Like
remember
4 minutes, sure. You know what I mean?
I do remember teachers being like, is it an emergency? But
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
do you remember like during tests, teachers would be like, no, like you can't get up and go to the bathroom.
Yes. I think that I have like a lot of anxiety left over in reserve from stuff like that. Like I remember taking like, I don't know if it was like necessarily the SATs or like there was like ones you had to take in high school that were, I don't know.
Was it the SAT 2s? Like
Maybe.
Did you ever take those like random tests that were just
Yes, I took that. Yeah.
They were just like subject testing?
Right. And there was like also stuff that was like, I think like for literally research for
Yes.
like New Jersey schools
Yes,
or
yes,
something,
yes.
whatever.
They were called,
N something.
oh my God, yeah.
S.
I know
Yeah.
those tests. It's to like see how your school
Yeah.
is like performing
Yeah.
compared to
Right.
other schools in your district or in your state.
Yeah. No, I feel like I have trauma from that actually.
I mean, standardized test taking is very traumatic, and I think it's a good thing that it's changed.
Yeah.
Now, like SATs are optional.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know this, like, about bibliographies.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
what
sure
still
bibliographies exist to some degree,
Right.
but now I'm sure you can like go online and go to like fucking mybibliography.com or something and just like
There's got to be an
plug in all of your
algorithm.
shit. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm sure it's something now that doesn't stress kids out. Like I remember getting grades knocked off of if my bibliography was like wrong
or sent to the board.
Yeah, for cheating.
Even if it's just the wrong. Anyway,
it was I mean, high school is stressful.
Yes,
it is stressful because we also it's like you gotta ask permission to go to the bathroom.
Everything is like a constant state of discomfort,
yes.
let alone like emotional discomfort.
Did you like physically in high school? Were you like a developed person?
No. Yeah. Okay, here I go again with my nose.
I think it might have been easier. Because I had huge boobs in high school, and that was hell.
Wow, yeah, I can imagine.
Awful.
Yeah. No, I can imagine how that was like basically just like constant humiliation from boys and like I don't know, because it's like no one can handle boobs at that age.
People still can't handle boobs now.
No.
Like when I was in London, I was doing this really dumb bit where I would like bend down in front of an audience member and be like, "Are you looking at my fucking huge tits?" And they get so saying they get so uncomfortable. It's me literally harassing them.
Yeah.
But like,
so weird how they get uncomfortable.
It's so
when I harass
crazy
them.
how no one can handle tits anymore.
Yeah,
they're being shoved.
No one
in
can
your
say
face.
tits anymore.
But like in high school, your body is so weird.
Yeah.
I remember like having pubic hair in high school.
Let's get into this.
Well, I just didn't like that.
No.
And
it was disturbing.
It's just funny. I didn't like it. It was disturbing.
When it came in, it was disturbing.
I was like,
nobody talks about it.
And also, to me, it felt like I had no hair. And then one day I looked down and I had like 3 like 1 inch long hairs.
Yes.
And I was like, what the fuck is this?
I'm actually like remembering an absolutely like harrowing high school story as we're talking about this.
What is it?
That I remember because nobody's talking to each other really when it's happening because it's too humiliating.
Yes.
It's even like a year after you get pubes, it's okay to talk about it. When they're coming in, we're not talking about that.
No.
And so I remember like basically having pubes for like a year. And then the first time that somebody ever told me, another like girl that I was friends with, it was the first time that anyone had ever mentioned to me that people shave their pubes. And I didn't know. And so I looked at her like completely dumbstruck, and it was just like so clear as day, like right away. She was like, "You don't shave your pubes. Jill doesn't shave her pubes yet." And I was like, I didn't know we were doing that.
Oh,
and
my
it was
God.
horrible. And I literally went home that night and I was like, how to shave pubes.
Okay. Also, thank God I managed to never like cut my vagina.
Yeah.
Shaving my pubes.
And there were horror stories about that. Like,
were there?
I just remember hearing some shit. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I just awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
I'm gonna need to relax after this. I'm like, so much is coming up for me.
I will say I remember there being a girl when I first got pubes. I remember being a girl that like in the locker room had like very developed pubes. Like her pubes looked like adult pubes.
Adult pubes, yeah.
Like looked like
mom
my
pubes.
mom pubes.
Our only point of reference is my mom's
literally
pubes.
And like I remember being like, what's wrong with me? Like I have these like
just a patch,
thin little like wispy pubes.
Yeah. Yep.
And you know, it was normal to get rid of them all of high school, I guess. I would like get waxed when I was like,
really?
Yes, I was like get waxed when I was like, because I remember my mom like when we go to the beach, my mom would be like, why do you have razor? Like, you need to wax. You don't have like razor burn.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to do that, like, you know, because it was sloppy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I had that too. And I was like very scared for my mom to see it because I knew that she would be like, why are you shaving your vagina?
Well, because then it's also like linked to promiscuity.
Yeah. It's like, oh, so what are you doing?
Yeah, like who is that for?
Yeah.
And it's like, actually, it's because my friends are shaming me.
Yeah. It's because I've already been publicly humiliated about this and I'm 14.
I actually don't want to be shaving my labia with my Venus.
Yeah, like, do you think I want to do this, Mom?
No.
Yeah. Do you remember like when your mom would like still have to like come into the pediatrician with you, but you were like at an age where like that was not appropriate?
Awful.
And I remember doing that. And I remember my pediatrician like looking down my pants and being like, if you're gonna shave, like you need to use like shaving cream or like whatever. And I just remember my mom's like face draining, and I was just like, I would simply never go back.
Your pediatrician told you had to use shaving cream?
She was like, as a doctor, trying to like tell me how to take care of the like clear razor burn problem I was having. I know.
She needs to be disbarred.
Hopefully she's not with us anymore.
Hopefully she's not practicing anymore.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
My God. Oh,
yeah.
That's traumatic. That's like giving me like, that's making me feel really sick.
I'm holding a lot a tension in my body right now.
Oh my God. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, no more pubes.
No more pubes.
Maybe we come back to pubes.
If we want.
Yeah.
Or not. Oh my God. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
We're in the school guidance counselor's office.
Oh, wow.
This is a smooth transition.
Okay, cool.
In this section of the pod, I'm your high school guidance counselor. And this is actually good because now we get to rectify a wrongdoing of your high school past.
Mm.
You can use this time to say fuck you to someone.
Okay.
You can use this time to apologize to someone. You can also use this time to do both.
Wow.
This is a moment where we heal the trauma.
Okay.
And then after we talk about it this one time, you never think about it again. Because that's how therapy and trauma work.
Okay, cool. I want to get stuff off my chest.
Go for it.
I think I'll do both.
Okay.
I think the first one I'll say, because it's short, let's get it out of the way. I do need to heal from this. I definitely bullied a gay kid.
Okay.
And I am gay.
Yes.
And I feel bad about that to this day. I just remember calling him gay in like a bad way, and I made him cry.
Have you reached out and
No.
apologized?
No, because I did think about it like a few years ago when it like kind of came up for me.
Mm.
And a friend of mine was like, you need to reach out. You need to like message him on Facebook or whatever. And I was just thinking about like, as a gay person who was also called gay a lot in high school, even though I wasn't out.
Really? Who was
Yeah.
calling you gay?
Like even like just like my closest friends.
They were like, oh, you're gay?
It was just like very like of the culture in the 2000s to be
Totally.
like dyke. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But so I was just thinking, like, if somebody who used to like call me a dyke pretty like openly and hostilely were to like message me on Facebook and be like, I'm really sorry about that, I think I would be like, get fucked, like get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk about that. This is for you, you know?
I was going to say, I think that at the end of the day, you reaching out to the person, it would be for you, which kind of flips the apology on its head. Because like, what you're trying to get out of it is him being like, it's all good, don't worry.
And I'm like, I'm not that, even if he were to say that, it's like, I'm not absolved. Like I bullied a gay kid and I was gay.
Do you
like,
think you bullied him because he was out, or was he out?
He was at the time like not out, but like very like transparent, like very openly, like flamboyantly gay, which was literally huge for the town that I grew up in because nobody was like that. So I think that like there was something in me that even though I didn't like know about myself yet, that I was like, I saw him being like different and not really like caring.
Right.
And I was like probably like
jealous.
Why do you do that?
Right. Like, why do you get to live in your authentic self and I don't?
Just like a truly like terrible child's behavior. Yeah. So that sucks.
You know, look, I'm sure he's thriving now.
I think he is. I think he's been on Broadway.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Okay.
So
doing
his
A-okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe your friends would call you the D word.
Yeah, it was just like very of the culture. Like even just like, I don't know, those pants make you look like a dyke, like whatever.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess in my high school, I just think of boys using the F word
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, that was huge.
I don't remember many people using the D word.
I think that, like, honestly, a lot of the people that I was hanging out with probably were experiencing their own internal panic about things. There was a lot of, like, don't stare at my boobs while we're wearing bathing suits, like, truly, like, ripped quotes from Mean Girls. Like, everything was so homophobic that it was, like, if you were even, like, caught being close to someone of the same sex, it was like, dyke. I don't know. It was so hostile all the time.
Do you think that, like, the heightened homophobia was just a expression of people's immense insecurity with their own sexuality?
I do. I also think it was, like, a huge reflection of, like, the culture in general.
Totally.
You know, like, because I think that, like, I probably thought that that was, like, okay and even, like, encouraged because all the, like, movies I was watching and whatever
the punchline of every single joke in The Hangover is the F word.
Yeah.
Or you're gay.
Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. I was, like, very upset. I mean, this is, like, literally my entire book is about this, so it's, like, exhausting to even, like, bring it up again. But I was so obsessed with Lindsay Lohan and Samantha Ronson.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where it was like I could tell that if I really, like, showed my friends how obsessed I was, that they would just immediately be like, you're fucking gay, dude.
Yeah.
You know? So I had to keep that to myself.
I
Hurtful.
would masturbate to Shane from the L Word.
Wow. See, do you know, I didn't even know what the L Word was.
Oh, really?
That's how, like, steeped in homophobia, like the town of homophobia I was.
I loved that show.
Yeah. I mean, now I've seen every episode.
I mean, I did a rewatch over COVID.
Yeah.
Holds up.
It really does, and it's also, I mean, it does and it doesn't, right?
It's
like
crazy.
It's crazy.
The way the show ends is cuckoo.
Cuckoo bananas. It's literally like the first 3 seasons are literally amazing.
Yes.
Have never been replicated, couldn't be, and a time capsule.
And then it goes off the rails.
Insane. Yeah.
Off the rails.
Yeah.
Now, who do you want to say fuck you to?
I think my high school boyfriend that I only dated for 6 months.
John.
Yeah, John. And it was because when he cheated on me. Which, like, again, we were barely doing sexy things.
Right.
I was not into it, obviously. And cheating, I mean, I think, like, the rumor was that he, like, made out with somebody very briefly at a party. And I found out and I was just like, I've been cheated on, you know, the whole drama. And I, like, broke up with him and it was this huge thing. And I was, like, crying in the hallways passing him, just being like, I can't even look at you. Even though, like, did I even feel anything? Like, I think I probably felt betrayed, but I really did not have emotions towards this man.
I think that the drama with high school cheating, as someone that was accused of cheating on their high school boyfriend.
Wow.
I think the drama is mostly, and actually, I think it's beyond high school. I think the drama with cheating at large is the humiliation. I think people feel like their ego is under attack.
Like, I'm not good enough. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, like, now all these people are going to think that, like, that there's something wrong with me.
Yeah. I'm a girl who gets cheated on.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Damaged goods.
Totally. It's like a disrespect. I mean, that is cheating. It's disrespectful. But like, yeah, totally. And so much of your worth when you're a senior in high school is wrapped up in, like, I have a boyfriend now, like, whatever. Anyway, he cheated on me. We broke up. And then, like, a month later was, like, my senior prom and I didn't have a date. And I was just, like, weighing the options of, like, what's more humiliating. And he was still trying to get back together. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take you back and you're going to be my prom date because otherwise I'm going to be, like, literally the only person here who doesn't have a prom date. In hindsight, I wouldn't have gone to prom. This is, like, so crazy. And I looked insane at prom.
What did you, well, I always ask at the end of that podcast what you wear, but now I need to know what you wore now.
I wore a rainbow colored dress. like it's horrifying. It was
Will you send us a picture?
Yes, it's probably up on my phone right now because I was looking through this morning just being like, oh god, oh god. It was like maybe, like, I guess I would say, like, a cream base color with, like, splashes of rainbow all over
Where'd
it,
you get
floor
it?
length. I don't remember.
Like
Probably
the
like
mall?
Macy's. Yeah, I went to
Yeah.
like every store in the mall and tried shit on, like cried. I looked crazy and my hair was like very like went to like a makeup bar in
Oh,
New
yeah.
Jersey. Like it was I looked crazy and I was so uncomfortable. That was like
I
anyway.
am kind of obsessed with like the clown drag that like
I was in prom
teenage
drag,
girls
yeah.
like get into.
It was drag.
It's really wild.
Yeah.
We like that culture wasn't a thing at my high school,
Yeah.
really.
Wait, where did you grow up again?
I grew up in DC.
Okay, so East Coast, like same kind of drag.
Yeah, but like there's something about true like Jersey suburbia,
Yeah.
like the fake tans.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that at my high school for
Yeah.
sure. But
My thing is like I wouldn't get a fake tan because I was really scared of tanning beds and everyone was obsessed with tanning beds.
I was scared of tanning beds too.
It's because of that movie, Final Destination.
Oh yeah.
3, is it?
And no, you know what fucked me up?
Yeah.
I still know what you did last summer.
What happens in that one?
I think they lock Brandy, not Brandy. They lock someone in a tanning bed. It's I'll find.
Yeah.
I'll pull up the clip.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, tanning beds were like ripe for horror movies.
Still
in
are.
2009. Yeah.
But now people are using tanning beds in movies as like time machines.
It's dark.
I know.
Fuck. The only reason I brought that up is because I was like I got my face like makeup tanned
Yeah.
a little bit, but it doesn't match.
No.
So
your face is like orange.
a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So then what happened when you went to prom?
So we went to prom, and the big thing in New Jersey was like you go down the shore after prom, and like literally the point of it is like to get drunk and fuck.
Yeah.
And if you haven't been fucking up until that point, it's like you're gonna fuck.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity to fuck.
Yeah.
And we all went to like this I forget his name. Some guy's house in Long Beach Island. There were like 30 people and like tons of rooms, and all of the rooms had like bunk beds, and it was like a long night where people were kind of disappearing and coming back and hanging out on the beach and whatever. And then it was like when it was like our turn to like go do that, I remember just like us making out, and I would just like very right away was just like I can't do this. Like, you cheated on me a month ago. I have absolutely no feelings for you. I don't want to do this. And he kind of like threw a tantrum, not in like a way where he continued to pressure me or anything, but like in a really like reverted to childhood, like stomping and crying, and left the room being like upset. And I was like, okay, I really just made the right decision right there.
Yeah.
And then I think he like made out with somebody else that night, and then we like never talked again. We didn't sit together on the bus ride home. I like never saw him again. But like
What a little
that
fucker.
behavior.
So unsexy.
Yeah.
You know what makes me not
He
want
was
to
probably-
fuck you?
Yeah.
You throwing a tantrum.
Literally like curling your fists and being like,
You know, I want to have
Yeah.
sex.
I thought we were going to have sex tonight. And it's like,
Ew.
you're
And
just,
that,
yeah.
and that guy had to go to college a virgin.
No, because you know what? This is the
What?
real tea. This is like, why am I sharing this at all? But
Whatever.
he was a junior and I was a senior. And I
Oh, so-
remember.
yeah, that's right. He had time.
And I remember the next year I don't know why I heard this, because our school was truly like 3 people who all talked, that he lost his virginity on prom night the next year. It was like he got what he wanted.
But did he? You know what I mean?
No.
He didn't. Because like he wanted to be the junior that had sex with the senior.
Yeah.
And
And he didn't. And so he had to be like,
didn't. Yeah. And he wherever he is, we know.
Yeah.
We know what you did.
You know what's funny is that people always used to be like, for years, like after I dated him, people were always like, he's gay. I just know it. He's gay. And I would be like, yeah, he probably is gay. And he for sure wasn't. And I was. Everyone was like, you know why you didn't want to fuck him? Because he was
He's
gay. And I was like,
gay.
that was it.
Yeah, you're like 100%.
I think you're right.
Do we have a classmates corner today?
We sure do. So this is from Spencer. He says, "Hi, Greta and Jill. I love the pod. Greta, I absolutely love your singing intros. I want to thank someone from high school who was incredibly nice to me when he was a senior and I was a freshman. My older sister and I went to high school together, and she had a lot of guy friends. Most of them didn't pay attention to me or joked around and made fun of me a bit, except this one guy, Alex. Alex used to drive me to and from parties during high school and even after he graduated. He would go out of his way to be nice to me. One year he even gave me a birthday present. He was even one of the only boys who publicly supported gay kids, despite him, his best friend, and everyone in my sister's circle being devoutly homophobic Christians. I was a dick to him, though, feeling like I was supposed to be annoying because he was friends with my older sister. I never thanked him for the gift he gave me. I never got into Pearl Jam like he kept pressing, and I wasn't nice to him after all the rides he gave me. I was a little gay kid and didn't know how to act when someone was genuinely kind to me. So thank you, Alex, and sorry for not saying it before. Stay cool, never change. Spencer.
Oh,
Wow. That was sweet.
it's really sweet.
And topical.
See, people can change.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, Spencer, we receive that.
We do.
And we hope that wherever Alex is,
Yeah.
he finds this podcast.
Yeah. Yes. We're calling in Alex's name right now.
Alex,
Yeah,
listen to
Alex.
this podcast.
Wow.
Spencer has a message for you. Spencer, well, first of all, thank you for listening. That's such a nice note.
It's really sweet and honestly sweeter than anything I've said on this podcast.
Maybe sweeter than anything I've thought in my life.
I'm really reflecting right now, not to make it about me, but yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Spencer.
You know, we have nothing else to say.
No,
but
just
thank
you.
And
We're
you are
learning.
proof that people can grow, people can change, people can reflect, and people can be unafraid to say they fucked up.
Yeah. We're learning
We're learning
and growing.
and growing.
Yeah.
That's true. If you could go back in time and give your high school self any advice, what would it be?
Wow. This is a little contentious because I know that in practice this would not have worked out for me, but I do wish that I made out with a girl in high school. I do wish I was you know what, you should be a little bit more okay with it and have that experience.
Were there other girls that you went to high school with that have since come out as queer or
Not that
gay
I
or-
knew or were friends with. There's been a couple people who I know who they are,
right?
who have since come out as bi or
But
whatever.
they weren't in
but
your circle.
no one truly meaningful where I was oh, that makes so much sense because we were so close and you know what we understood each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have a crush? You know how in movies it's always I should have known I was gay because I was actually in love with my best girlfriend.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think that if truly anyone had given me permission to go there in my mind, I probably would have. But because I was so in fear all the time, I think that I didn't even let myself could I have developed a crush on a friend? Probably. There were definitely certain girls that I was really close with that in hindsight I'm yeah, it makes sense. I've always had really, really close female relationships. And have truly never been close to a man in my life. But it wasn't really crush, where I was lusting after her and thinking about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I didn't even have any of that.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just you also you're not even humoring that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But I hear about people who did do that and kind of had a flirty, sexy thing. And I do think that I probably would have been attacked. So that's why I'm in practice it wouldn't have worked out for me. I would have probably had to leave this very Catholic leaning school and you know, whatever. But that's my little
that's your thing
fantasy in hindsight. Yeah.
Well, I support that.
Thank you.
I'm not going to shame you for that desire.
Yeah.
Not
thank
today.
you. Yeah.
Since we already covered what you wore to prom, what was your go-to high school snack?
Oh, wow. That's such a good question.
Thank you. I ask the hard-hitting questions on
yeah,
this podcast.
That's such a good question.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, when actors are like, I really just wish that people would ask me, like,
Ask her more
questions in interviews. So I'm the actor asking. It turns out actors also can only ask the hard-hitting questions.
That's true. Well, I think the reason that it is so hard-hitting for me is that it's something that's making me jog my memory. And not in a traumatic way.
Oh, that's great.
You know what I mean? Where I'm like, this is the first time I haven't been clenching my fist and been like, bring up what?
Yeah.
Like Lunchables.
Pubes?
Yeah. Pubes and the times that I was humiliated publicly.
Literally. I love Lunchables.
Lunchables, the pizza one, I really fucked hard with her.
We talked about pizza Lunchables on this podcast with Jamie Loftus. Did we talk about that with Jamie Loftus? I forget who we talked about it with. Anyway.
I miss that flavor palette. It's never been done.
It's
so specific. I remember it so well.
What do you remember?
The sauce has like a sweetness and a darkness.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
A rich,
it's a sibling to ragu.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
The dough. Let's talk about that.
The dough
crust.
has yeah. It has like that one. I feel like flavor-wise, don't remember as much. Texture-wise, the slight puff.
Yeah, the slight puff.
Slight staleness.
Density.
Yeah.
Cardboard.
Yes.
In a nice way.
Yeah.
And then let's talk the cheese.
Let's talk about the cheese because the cheese was delicious.
It was salty. Rubber.
Salt rubber.
And the craziest thing, what makes Lunchables so wild is they're like, okay, we have a chokehold on these kids with our cracker sandwiches, which are delicious.
Yeah.
Like Ritz, perfectly cut square of ham or turkey to fit on the cracker, and then piece of little square cheese.
Yeah.
And then they were like, but you know, kids are so desperate and they love pizza so much that we can trick them all into thinking this is amazing.
Yeah.
And it worked. Because you eat it freezing fucking cold.
Yes. Yeah.
And you make like 3 kind of disgusting, freezing cold mini pizzas.
That's actually an important point to bring up because it's not pizza.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's pizza is put in an oven and it's warm. Yeah. And it's like gooey cheesy.
Yeah.
This is rubber.
No, it's a cold. It's
on sugar. On a pad?
It's like a fucked up caprese sandwich. If you really think about it.
It's deconstructed.
It's like, but it's so manipulative. Like, the people that work in like craft, whoever owns Lunchables, I don't know, like they are kind of the evil geniuses.
Sinister, yeah.
To invent pizza Lunchables, something is so broken inside of you.
There is a darkness that we can't even touch.
Whoever that person is hates children.
Yeah.
And is like, these little fucking loogies are so stupid.
Yeah.
I'm going to serve them a lunch and I'm going to laugh every time I know a kid eats one of these botched, cold, heartless,
soulless patties,
discs of hell.
Oh, this is like really resonating for me.
It's like, and the Capri Sun.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Would it come with a dessert? I think wouldn't it come with like a little like M&M pack or something?
I don't think so. I think it was savory only.
Let's see. And you know what? That's another thing where they're like, we're not going to give them the pizza Lunchables doesn't come with dessert.
Well, because I feel like there was like the prepackaged sweets were also like so. There were so many to choose from. Like Dunkaroos. Were basically like a Lunchable in dessert form.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I'm afraid.
Lunchables has a box called Pizza and Treatza. Okay?
Oh my god.
It is a box that comes with a traditional pizza Lunchable, and then your Treatza is the same demonic disc with chocolate frosting and mini M&Ms you can put on top.
Oh my god. I want that right now.
Well, you can get it on Instacart.
Wait, they're still alive?
Yes, they're still alive.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Now they make deep dish ones and they boast 13 grams of protein. Like these people are so fucked up.
No, they need to like stop innovating.
The food scientists that work at these places, like enough is enough. Cut the crap.
Yeah.
Give my kid ciabatta.
Yeah. Ciabatta.
Ciabatta.
I also
ciabatta. Okay.
I think also if I ate that as like a 31-year-old adult, like I would feel it for days.
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's not that much food, but there is, like we said, there's a darkness.
Yeah,
and it would linger.
It's just, it doesn't. It's like how I feel about Easy Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I were to eat Easy Mac now, it would probably wreck me.
Yeah, and it would be like, this is your man's. This is what.
Yeah, this is what I'm choosing to eat.
Loved. Yeah,
crazy.
No.
Wow, that was a beautiful conversation we just had.
Yeah,
moving.
Wow.
I have to know, now that we're at the end of the pod, did you have a senior superlative?
I actually did. This is one of my great pride and joys because I felt like I was such a husk of a person in high school that like to be seen collectively by my peers
it's like winning
that,
a SAG award.
It's exactly like that, actually. Mm-hmm. I was class clown.
Were you funny this whole time? You're like you're making jokes?
Yeah.
Calling people gay?
Yeah. People really liked that, okay?
Yeah.
Like those jokes hit is what we weren't talking about.
Yeah, I called everyone in my class gay.
Yeah, and everyone was like, she's awesome.
She's so fucking class
She's
clown.
like one of us.
That's so funny. Were you like cracking jokes in class?
Yeah, I think that like I was like kind of unruly in a way because I was very hyperactive. I think because I had so much that I was like hiding, I was like acting out in small ways. I was also like very scared of my parents, so I wasn't like acting out in like true ways. Right. But more like messing with teachers, getting detentions, like not meaningful detentions, just kind of like I remember I think this was 8th grade, so it doesn't really count as high school, but I like got a little fake poop, you could buy those crank poops. Yeah. And I like
I mean, it's just still gets me going.
It's still good. I would like harass her with it. I don't even know what else to say. Like I put just it like leave outside it around. Her door. Yeah, I would like. I got in trouble like pretty badly one time because I would like. It was like the kind of thing where I knew that she thought it was like kind of funny, but was like Jill like would reprimand me in this way that was like not serious. So I kept doing it until she got actually mad when I kind of like tossed it lightly at her, and she was like, "You cannot throw a poop at me." Like this is.
I think that's so funny.
I think it's really funny.
If I were her, I would have gotten my own fake poop and tormented you with it. And then we could have like been fake poop enemies.
Exactly. See, I've always had like a really elevated sense of humor.
Yeah, and I think that's elevated.
And I was seen for that.
I mean, some might say you were a prop comic.
Yeah. Wow, physical comedy. Yeah.
When I landed in London, the guy, one of like the border police, asked to check my bag, and he was like, he was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm here performing." He was like, what do you mean you're here performing?" I was like, I'm performing comedy at Soho Theater. Yeah. And he was like, okay. He was like, so what am I gonna find when I open your bag? And I was like, a bunch of rubber chickens. And he really thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard. Yeah. And I was like, thank God. I was like, this is either gonna go like, he's either gonna like find a way to arrest me for just being a little shit think it was funny. And let's just say I killed it at Heathrow.
That's amazing. That's like being a little shit really does like get you places.
It can.
With like the masses. Yeah. In Hollywood, no. You have to be a little bit smarter.
In Hollywood,
but with like someone's dad, huge.
Yeah. That's how you win everyone over. Yeah. Yeah. We don't make the ruls.
No.
We just buy the fake poops.
I just buy and distribute the poops.
Yeah, we just buy poo-poo. Jill, where can my little classmates like read your book? Something I also need to do that I was very honest. And I said, I haven't read your book yet.
I think that's okay.
And you were very honest and you said, I haven't listened to this podcast ever.
Yeah, I think that's, well, unless you feel differently, but I think that's okay. I don't expect everyone that I come in contact with to be like, I sat down and read a book for you, because that's a big ask.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect anyone to do fucking anything anymore.
No.
Like, I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I believed that anyone could do anything. But now
Right.
I'm just like, oh, yeah, of course. Like, why would you? So now when people do stuff.
Yeah.
Do. Like when people say they're going to come to a show, for example, and just show up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Huge.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like you're such an amazing person.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's intimate even.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing is, I am going to listen to this podcast after, because now I have an attachment to it.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can listen to friends.
But you can, if you want, you can find my book anywhere you buy books.
I see it at every bookstore I walk into.
Really? Wow.
I see it at McNally Jackson.
That's
all
awesome.
the time. I see it at my bookstore on Larchmont.
Skylight?
Nope.
Oh, the
I go
other
to
one.
I literally go there once a week and I don't even know the name of it. Starts with the C.
It's escaping me.
Hold on. Larchmont Village.
Do you want to say the name of it?
No. Yeah.
Okay,
Has never promoted anything.
Why is this not? No. What? Yeah, you need Tevi being like, say the name of your book.
I do need to know what this is called though, because it's hurting me.
Chevaliers.
Chevaliers.
Yeah.
Yeah. My book is called Girls Can Kiss Now. You can get it anywhere that you buy books. I would say if you can get it from an indie bookstore, that's probably the best for the world.
Beautiful cover.
Energetically.
Even if you never read it,
Thank you.
buy it. It looks nice.
It is pretty. It's like kind of like cute
purple,
to display in your home.
pinky.
Yeah.
It's a book that you can have in your house
That's
that
true.
will make you look smarter.
What?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Yes, because people will say, who wrote that? And you get to say, a lesbian.
That's true. If they know nothing else, just that it's a lesbian book, it could sound like pretty.
No, they could say,
Yeah.
I actually bought this book from a small independent bookshop, and it's written by a lesbian.
Yeah. That actually does sound like really smart.
Exactly.
So yeah, put it in your home if you want.
Way smarter than being like, I bought this book off of Amazon and it's written by a 50-year-old guy.
Yeah. No, that sounds terrible. I would never do
Awful.
that. Yeah.
Embarrassing. I'm never
Yeah.
buying that book.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stephen King.
Wow.
Sorry.
Not
Looks
to
like you're
throw
not getting
a-
my business.
Throwing a fellow author under the bus like that. Wow.
No, I love Mr. King.
No, me too.
I would love to have him on this podcast.
Oh, that would
Shout
be
out to
insane.
Stephen King. I mean, I'd be obsessed.
Yeah. I mean,
He never would.
talk about a high school movie. Carrie.
Carrie. Talk about a new movie that I just saw a trailer for yesterday, The Boogeyman.
Ooh.
Looks fucking terrifying.
The hits keep coming.
Don't stop.
Yeah.
Jill, thank you so much for coming on this podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I had a fabulous time chatting with you.
Oh my God, me too. Thank you for letting me go to the bathroom.
Of course. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
that gave, honestly, that like gave me power. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's nice to power trip sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I could have said no.
You could have. And then I probably would have had a panic attack.
Yeah. I would have been like, we really want this to be a visceral kind of, it's kind of interactive theater.
That actually would have been insane if you said no and then we never stopped rolling at all and you just got to watch what happened to both of our faces in that moment. That would have been real.
And you know what? We're going to have you back for that.
No.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for listening to my podcast. Please keep listening to my podcast. Please tell your friends to listen to my podcast. Please get the phones of people and just subscribe them to this podcast, you know, and then make sure it like auto downloads or something because I need y'all. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much. I love you. Stay cool. Never change. Until next week. Ta-ta.
That was a Headgum podcast.